Hello dear traders. For today I decided to cover dollar index and I will speak about the USD versus Japanese yen and USD versus Canadian dollar. I will start with the dollar index first. So what I found basically on the dollar index chart, and I have here the daily time frame with simple 10, 20 moving average and 50-day moving average. And I have hourly on the right side for you today. So what I found basically is that the daily time frame looks like a nice continuational upside pattern. I can identify here the very good upcycle, on the dollar index and the rising 10 and 20 and 50 moving average. If you check what happened look at the previous few days, we basically got one down bar, but then market made a higher low, and yesterday made another higher low and starting to contract, and now it's breaking to the upside. This looks like a pretty good, pretty clean continuational pattern, but make sure to understand that we got plenty of the news today, later during the day in the US session, non-farm employment change, average hourly earnings month on month, unemployment rate in the US, and as well as services PMI. So plenty of events in the US session, so volatility also is expected to increase, and that's where also the risk potential, the potential for the bigger risk is there around this big volatility. Anyway, I expect this dollar index overall to continue, eventually retest 96.65 or even 96.94. What this will mean is eventually that everything else related to the US dollar, so for example euro, pound, eventually can go bear if this will happen, and USD and USD CAD upside. If you go and check the next one, which is basically the Japanese yen, we can see there is a breakout of this big contraction here. Obviously we can find this resistance trend line. There was a contraction here, there was a breakout this morning, there was a nice pullback, and now trying to regain the power. On the daily time frame, we can find that there is a contraction here, and price is trying to back above the rising 50-day average. So basically price undercut this, went to contraction, now trying to build a higher low as well for today and continue with more upside movement. So watch also for that upside movement on the USD yen, probably 113.60, 113.90 level might be in the play here. And I also want to cover the USD versus Canadian dollar. This is a strong upside trend. We're having a very clean upside cycle in the last 20 to 30 days on the USD versus Canadian dollar. But we can also find that there was a breakout here last hour. We had a breakout of this contraction here, but now market is trying to go downside. As long this low at 1.2800 is holding, I guess there is a more chances for the upside continuation here. Again, we also have a news in Canada, employment change and unemployment rate. So, and that can also have a huge impact on the USD Canadian dollar. So that will be my my update prior to the big events today. Seems like again the dollar index is setting up for a nice upside continuation, which might put also other euro and a pound to the more downside, USD and USD CAD more for upside. But again, everything is possible in the news, so make sure to understand the volatility will be much bigger. That'll be all for this update. Have a good weekend and trade safe. See you all next week.